Welcome back. We are Eric's Drink Whiskey. Back again after a little hiatus due to some oral surgery. Got some wisdom teeth cut out, but so we're back and we're talking about, I think, what has remained one of the hidden gems of American whiskey, at least until recently, it seems.
And by accident.
So we live in a world where everyone clamors after a couple of main brands. Everyone wants E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. They want Stagg Junior. They want George T. Stagg. Everyone's chasing the high barrel proof, cask strength, foolproof bourbons. Now there's a little known secret that you can find, and that is it's not legally bourbon, but it's just as damn good. And that is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
Or as Scotch Test Dummies would say, double barrel.
This was in the very opening foray of my whiskey journey, recommended to me by a dear friend to scratch the itch of having tasted Stagg Junior, and it did just that. And it is one that I go to again and again and again.
Was that me?
It was you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So, this is the cask strength version of the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, which again is Tennessee whiskey. As opposed to 90 or 94 proof, this hits in anywhere between like 128 to 135. I think we've got yours is 129 and mine is 132 and some change. So what we're going to do, we're going to dive into this bad boy, give you some tasting notes, let you know what we think. And if you're one that's looking for a good, full-bodied, high-proof bourbon to sip out on the porch with a cigar or round out a dinner or whatever you're going for, maybe Jack Daniel's will do that for you.
And even at the high proof, don't even let that scare you. It is still done with the Lincoln County method, so it is still a little bit more mellow than your average high proofer.
That is
so they say, scientifically speaking.
So they say. So.
Big, thick maple syrup. Just sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Definitely. Getting some, like, a little bit of clove, a little bit of ginger, maybe, if I'm making that up.
Yeah, a condom to nose fuck this thing.
It's hot. It's hot. You gotta side nose it so you don't take cask straight to the dome. No, it is just the nose on this is so thick and rich. You can almost just know what it's going to taste like.
If this was a thing, it should be. But I smell bananas Foster, banana creme brulee.
Yep, it's definitely got the brown form of banana on it.
But not in a bad way. I enjoy this. It's almost like did you ever make banana boats in a Dutch oven? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
That's about that smell.
Yeah, just caramelized sugar and bananas and
marshmallows and
it's not like some lower proof Brown Forman stuff where it's like
suntan lotion.
Yeah, banana boat suntan lotion banana. No, this is very developed, very desserty, streaking up the side of my Glencairn. That's what I love to see. I love
that should be the name of an album.
Streaking up the side of my Glencairn, like a Zydeco punk crossover.
All right. I'm drinking.
Do it. Cheers.
Sláinte.
Ah, that's so good.
I think it was my cousin Sturgill that said turtles all the way down, but I'm going to say Bananas Foster all the way down.
Bananas Foster all the way down. And I don't know if it's my palate now versus when I first had this, but we were talking about that Dickel 15, how there's that kind of twang. I get that on this.
There is some.
So I wonder if it's that Tennessee limestone water more than the Dickel Brewer's yeast. Now, I drew the comparison with the Dickel 15, but Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't age stated, but it's a hell of a lot younger than 15 years old. Am I right?
Right. I believe most of their single barrel stuff, unless you are getting choice barrels, which some groups do, you can probably guarantee it's going to be either 4, 5, or 6 years old.
Nice.
More on the 5 or 6, but I have seen younger. But still, really good.
So good. It's the only way I can describe it is if you took a Bananas Foster situation and poured like salted caramel over it. It's so good. This checks all the boxes for me for a high proof American whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Be it bourbon or Tennessee whiskey. Just the right amount of oak. Thank you, Brown Foreman, for heat cycling your warehouses to get us that. The sweetness, a little bit of banana flavor. It's just, you can't beat it. It's so good. Now, this retails at what? $69 hairs?
Yeah, 55 to 69. I've seen the different. I wouldn't mind paying 70 for it.
It's solid. It's solid whiskey, and I think this past year they got some steam because Jack Daniel's released the single barrel proof rye, which I have not gotten my hands on, but I want to because
they're randomly showing up at ABCs like I've been seeing that on like the chat threads there.
So it looks like what happened is if you couldn't find the single barrel proof rye, you swung for the double barrel that was sitting right next to it for a Christmas gift or whatever, because that was around the time that I noticed that they were out of stock. But no, this is I absolutely love this one.
I'm hoping that same phenomenon doesn't happen to a certain Campari product that's coming out. But anyway,
you digest.
Yes.
So yeah, Jack Daniel's double barrel. It's economical, it's findable, and it's damn tasty.
Damn tasty.
Now, Eric, you have just recently dipped into some of the higher proof Buffalo Trace stuff. Tickling the back of your memory, how does this compare to those?
I would say you get if you're oak, like a higher oak flavor with the sugar. And I'm not talking about like the bitter oak, but getting some of that kind of sweet brown sugar that you get with some 8-9-year-old stuff. Jack Daniel's will be your thing. The barrel proof from Buffalo Trace that I had that was around the same proof point was more fruity. And that if that's your jam, then that's your jam. But I think obviously if you can't find that one, which you won't, this will be the one to go to, and it is damn comparable, if not should be better.
Nice.
Different profile, but it stands its own.
Definitely. Well, I feel like I came out of a wisdom teeth sobriety swinging with a nice barrel proof offering.
There you go.
Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in with us. We hope you got a pointer for something to go on your shelf that you may not already have to scratch an itch. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. We do appreciate your support. Check out our podcast, EDWNCF. That's Eric's Drink Whiskey, non-chill filtered. On Shout Engine and Apple Podcasts. That's our uncut, unfiltered audio behind the scenes of all our episodes. stay tuned. We've got some a very special episode coming up next week for our 1 year anniversary that we know you'll enjoy. But in the meantime, cheers.
Cheers.